What's up, Travel Chronicles? This is senior night edition. So basically, we're at the end of basketball season. We got one game left. And I say one because that's all my daughter's going to be here for. She's going to Florida after that. So it doesn't matter if we win and move on in the tournament or not. I'll be here for one more game. And last night was senior night. And traditionally, senior night, start your seniors. And you let them play pretty heavy minutes, more than usual, just because, hey, it's getting close to the end of their career. You want them to have that last hurrah. They've been in your system, for 4 years. In most cases, maybe some people transferred in or whatever, but they've played for you, and that's their opportunity to get on the court, get some time, get in front of the fans, get some appreciation from the fans. Because they've been there watching. They appreciate all the work that they put in. And it's an opportunity for them to get that love, So last night, our senior night, we walk out, and do all the stuff, and it's like, here's this. They read the bio, and they get a gift, and then we go to the game. And game starts, seniors start, plus our all-stater. Because we only got 4 that were playing. We got one girl that tore her ACL and I think another ligament in her knee during summer league basketball. So, in my mind, if I'm the coach, I'm talking her into it just because, this isn't just, you shouldn't be embarrassed for one to walk out on the court and just, accept some applause and, wave to everybody, tell them thank you, you appreciate them getting you to this point, and they appreciate what you've done, especially when you give up your knee ligaments for your high school team. Like that's a big deal. People should appreciate that. I'm sorry, but they should. And that girl deserved to get her name announced and come out in the starting lineup. And then you foul or all right, somebody step out of bounds or commit a turnover so we can check somebody else in, but that girl deserved to be in the starting lineup, and she should have been told that and made aware of what that means, because it shouldn't be an embarrassing thing for her. It should be something like, hey, you deserve this because you've been here 3 years. You're a 3-year starter at varsity, so sorry you weren't able to play at all this year, but I don't want to get you hurt. I'm not going to get you hurt. Just please go out there, stand, and then we'll sub you out as soon as we can. Not hard. It's not hard. So that didn't happen. So we have 4 senior starters. One's a normal starter. Started since she was a freshman. And then we have the other 3, of which my daughter's one. So they come out, we're playing, and the team that we're playing, they have a good inside player. They have a very good inside player. And the rest of the team is very young. Very young. Sophomores and freshmen. And even the one girl is a junior. So we're playing a zone, and they're scoring a little bit. Passing inside. I don't know if maybe got a free throw or whatever. I think they're up. They score like the first 2 or 4 points of the game, and then Faith hits 3. The other senior took the first 3. She missed it. We work it around again. Faith gets a 3. We run actual play. Imagine that, for her to get a shot. And she hits it. Pretty cool. Then she shoots another 3, misses it, tries to pass inside to the other girl. It bounces off her hands, goes out of bounds. Then on the other end, Faith gets a rebound at one point, and instead of getting like a tie-up or something, she gets triple teamed. The other team gets the ball off of her, goes in and gets a layup. So we're down, I think we got another 2 at some point. So it's like 9-5 or something. Somewhere in that range. 99 seconds into the game. Back to the starters we go. And it's like, 1, we're not even down 10 yet. 2, we're not even 2 minutes into the game. And these are girls that have worked for 4 years, JV, hitting the practices, other girls have been injured, for this team. Like Faith had a concussion last year. They've done everything so far, and they get 99 seconds of game action because we're worried about losing a game that means literally nothing. Like, the only thing this game means is to the seniors, right, and to the coach's record. That's it. And nobody's there to watch a coach. Like, I'm sorry, nobody's there to watch you. Nobody cared. Nobody knows what your record is. Nobody cares what your record is, right? Eventually, if you get enough wins, then people start caring. But that's like 300, 400, right? At that point, they're like, oh, it's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. You get to 500, oh, wow, this guy's pretty special. And by that point, you've probably been to the state tournament at least once in your career, a couple of deep playoff runs to your name, of which this guy has none. So, what are we going for? And it just makes me so mad because it's one game. Your tournament, your state tournament position's been decided already. Your conference championships have been decided already. Like, it's literally a game for the kids, for people who have been in your program. And it's an opportunity for a coach to say, here's how I recognize people that maybe didn't get the recognition, didn't start, didn't play a ton of varsity minutes. Here's your night. This is your opportunity to go out here, shoot the ball, try to score, whatever happens, but, it's going to be mostly on you. And that happened, like, not at all. Like, we fought tooth and nail to try and win a game by 2 points. And the one girl never came out. The one girl never subbed out. The junior that started never subbed out of the game. And it's like, you can't sub anybody. This is late in the season, and you can't get her a break for 30 seconds, a minute, like at the end of a quarter. And there was opportunities. I don't know, there was like a minute 48 left in the second, or maybe it was in the third, something, where they're shooting a free throw, or we were shooting a free throw. I can't even remember. But it's like, that was a good opportunity to take her out because we're going back on defense. Like, get her a break. And then, maybe put her back in for the final possession or something, but get her a break on defense. The girl couldn't defend anyway because the girl ended up scoring 30-some points on her. Like, this is another one of those, we're going, man, can you check her? And it's, no, she can't. Like, we've been through this. We did this at UL. We gave up 35 points to a girl that she was supposed to be guarding, locking her down. And it's like, she scored 35. It's like, we have no defense against these great players. And part of it is, let them go. Like, let these other people worry about getting the ball to them and make them make a tough shot over somebody. Because even somebody that's good in high school, they ain't shooting 100%. Like, they're still only going to shoot, 60% on a good night, especially girls basketball. And if you challenge them a little bit, they just get somebody in their face. Like, I don't know, the tall girl that we started, the senior, was doing necessarily a bad job. Wasn't doing any worse than the other girls that we switched on to her. But we were playing zone. Like, we should just let her man up. The one senior girl, yeah, she hasn't played a whole lot. She, sparingly used in JV when she was playing JV, but, maybe sub her out. Let the other 3 seniors have some run. But we can't even do that. And then we come back, we get ahead. We get up by 10. We get up by double digits at one point, right? We go on like a run where it's like maybe 19-9 or 21-10 or 11, something like that. Like, it's a pretty decent lead. Put the seniors back in. It's senior night. Like, start of the second quarter, we're up. But, because the starters came in and played the final 6 minutes, got us a lead. All right, seniors, you get 2 more minutes. Something. Maybe the other teams wore out a little bit. Maybe they're not going to score like they did to start the game. Nope. And it's just mind-boggling. And when we were walking out, the people in front of us, they had a daughter who played before, so they've been through senior night before. And the dad asked the coach, he's like, how come you're not hugging the girls at half court? Because that's what he normally does. He's like, I'll tell you later. It's like, here, I'll tell you. So we had a practice after the Bel Air loss, and it was more physical than what's appropriate for high school girls basketball. Girls were allowed to, there was no stopping a jump ball. Like, they just wrestled around for, according to my daughter, minutes at a time in order to get the ball off one another. He just let them go. And he would also encourage them to name call each other and, have at it and just, yell at each other for transgressions. Like, the girls, they're not mad at each other. Like, okay, we lost the game. It was at Bel Air. Like, that's a tough place. Like, they're not mad. Like, he's the only one who's mad. He's losing his mind. He was swearing at him during the game, just complete and total idiot form, and then comes back with this practice. And it's like, Faith had a concussion before. Like, maybe it's not the best thing for her to be rolling around, banging her head off the floor. So my wife makes a comment to somebody. They go and watch the tape of the practice. This is a third party, right? I haven't seen the practice. She didn't see the practice. We don't know. We're just listening to what Faith said. He comes back and he's like, I'm going to have the superintendent look at it. Superintendent looks at it. And they turn it into Title IX. Like, they turn it into Title IX. We didn't go to Title IX as like, oh, man, this practice was bad. We don't think it was fair for her. No, like, two independent people, like, watched what happened and was like, Title IX, you should get involved. So, to me, that's a red flag that you did something bad. And then, the Title IX officer's like, all right, what's your statement? What happened, this, that, and the other? And it's like, if you don't want to go through with this, like, it's not going to be there at the end of the year. It's like, if you're going to make a complaint and you want something to happen, it's like, you got to do it now. You got to do it right now. You can't wait till the end of the season, hold all this back, because the evidence won't be there. She won't be able to talk to people. It'll be a mess. So my daughter says, she's 18. She's like, I'll put my name on the paper. I will sign the statement that I made, the complaint. I will put my name on it. She verified the other complaints from other people who were already in the system. She verified them. Now, those people didn't have to name their name, but coach is calling this girl this name. Coach is calling it, like, being, derogatory, mean, bullying. And it's like, I think we know who made the complaint, but it was like it all came back on Faith because she's the one that signed the paper. Like, Faith ain't complaining because you called a freshman a name. It's like, she doesn't care. That's not what she cares about. She cares about getting her head banged on the floor and you not doing anything about it to stop it during the practice. That means, that ain't basketball. It'd be like, all right, we're going to have Oklahoma drills now. It's like, that has nothing to do with basketball at all. And we got to toughen you up. It's like, we lost 4 games. Total, like, 13-4. Like, what are you worried about? Like, I'm telling you, it's bad. He's bad. So that's what he's like, I'll tell you later is. But his side of the story is, well, somebody complained who's the senior, probably because he didn't get playing time. And it's like, nah, you don't get it. And like, you haven't gotten it all season. Because if you had, you're probably not going to roll into the sectional and lose. But you're probably going to lose in the sectional. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, as much as I'd like for him to win a sectional so Faith can get a little piece of net, as long as he ain't coaching, like, we've turned some more stuff in, and this is where I kind of take, because it still comes down to the school. Like, even though we turn the stuff into Title IX, now there's a lawyer that's involved, that's on the side of Title IX, that is, reviewing the evidence and stuff, and it's like, all right, what are we going to do? Like, it still comes back to the board to dole out any punishment. Like, nobody can come over the top and suspend this coach, right? Title IX can't come in and go, you're suspended because, you weren't supposed to talk about this to anybody, even though you bring it up every single practice, and during the games, you're yelling at it to these girls with parents behind you that are hearing everything you're saying. And 8 other girls have also talked to Title IX now that are on the team, because by Faith signing that paper that gave Title IX the opportunity to come in and talk to her, talk to all the coaches, and there have been other people like come up and say, hey, we're proud of her for doing it. We're glad she did it, right? And a couple of them are starters. Yeah, what do you think about that? So, like, it's the funniest thing because I announce, right? So I announce all the girls, the crowd, clapping it up and stuff. As soon as I get to the coach, it's like dead silence. And it was funny we did win the OVAC championship by just sheer complete dumb luck because there's a coach on the other side that has 700 wins, and he calls a timeout with 18 seconds left when a girl is loading up, launching a three. Timeout, boom, splash. It's just, they're down 2. The girl hits the 3. They'd been up 1, but he called the timeout. And then our student section, which was great, like the 2 OVAC games, comes in, jumps all over the girl, and it's like, they don't trust you, which was like hilarious from my standpoint. But probably a little mean-spirited, but for high school athletics, fantastic for that kind of student involvement. And then they come back out, they run a play, and the girl loses the ball driving to the hoop. The rest of their shots, every shot was at the blocks. They hit 1 jump shot at the foul line, and I think they maybe hit 1 or 2 threes. That's it. And the rest were free throws. That's all of their points, was between the 2 blocks, either on layups or dump ins from their offense, and 1 jump shot at the foul line. Not more than 2 threes. I know they hit 1, but not more than 2. And then that girl hit the one that would have put them up because they only had 33 points. So it's not like they had a ton of points anyway. We did a good job rebounding that game. That was one of the few games. We played our best game probably that game, defensively. That's all I can say because it took a lot of discipline. And Faith's I was running their offense all week. And she got in a couple minutes. She got a rebound. I don't know if she got a shot off or not, but she played decent for the 2 minutes she was in that game. But she just, she can never get a look, even though she doesn't do anything wrong. It's no, we got to go back to the freshmen. And my contention is that freshmen will end up screwing you over in the postseason just because they're hitting the wall. Right now, they're hitting the wall. I think 3 of them played last night heavy minutes after the seniors came out. It was well into the 4th quarter. 2 of them didn't have 5 points, and they played a lot. And then the other girl, I think, had maybe 2 or 4. The one girl ended up with 9, I think, because she hit a 3, but 1 for 7 from 3-point range, maybe 2 for 8. It was not a good percentage. She was jacking them. But everybody was jacking them. If we shot 20% from 3, it was low 20s. Faith shot 50%, so there's that. But it's whatever. It was a horrible showing for senior night, and it's basically, all right, anybody looking at this program, every girl that's a normal starter started from the minute they were freshmen. No JV. You got another girl that's a sophomore right now that was straight varsity last year, no JV, coming off of an injury. You're losing 1 senior, so you'll still be in that 5-person didn't play JV thing, but I don't know that girl's better than one of the other freshmen that's played a little JV. I don't know that she is. So, keeping that in mind, how much does that other girl play next year? She could be in trouble. She may come off the bench, but they're getting everybody back, essentially. Those in their top 7, except 1. Oh well, that'll be for them to figure out. But the lesson is, though, if you're not that starter, if you're not that hot shot freshman when you came in, you're gonna play a minute and a half when you're a senior. That's it. Everything you do from that point on, you're going to play JV in front of people. Senior year, you're going to set the bench most of the time, and you'll get a minute and a half at the end of the game, or at the beginning of the game in your senior year, because we got to win that game for no reason, because we don't respect the kids that put their time into the program. And to me, just kind of showed his true colors. I don't think he's a good coach. He does not treat the girls well, and he doesn't respect anything that they do or anything that anybody else has put into the program, and he can't figure out that other people were complaining. It wasn't just one girl that was complaining for everybody. She just had to sign off on it. And even then, he's not even supposed to say anything about it. And he does at every single practice. So, like, I don't wish anybody to get fired or lose their job, but if he loses his job or gets suspended for this, like, well, I will not feel bad. Like, I won't feel bad at all, because that's the other people looked at it, turned it in, and it was like, you need to talk to Title IX. And I was like, okay. And then Title IX can handle it. But I almost wonder, okay, Title IX got it. They're looking at it, and it's like, okay, give us the evidence, give us all the information, and it's still like, well, we can't do anything. You know, or the board's like, okay, thanks. He's still the coach. And then it's, you know, it's going to be miserable for the rest of them girls, because he's going to figure it out eventually that it wasn't just her complaining. And then, you know, somebody else will have to fall on the sword, and it's just going to be a cycle every single year. You know, I would hope he would step down or get suspended before the playoff game, but I'm seriously down. All right, well, one more, then the season will be over. Careful, COVID's free. Later.